My name is Noelle, aka Makeup Esquire, and today we are getting ready for church. And I thought that we can do like a fun purpley look. I was inspired by the color of my shirt, which is like this light lilac, kind of like lavendery shade. And then I was also inspired by my girl Shannon, who was live earlier, and she recently used her Pat McGrath. What is this? The newest Mothership, the Mothership 12 Petalmorphosis palette. So I know I've showcased her on my channel before already, but I kind of wanted to dip back into her since I feel she is a little bit neglected, and there's just such beautiful colors in here to work with today. We're just going to do a cute little light makeup look since it's so hot out. I'm like actively sweating right now. But yeah, let's check the chat to see who's here. Hey, how y'all doing? Hey, Sasha. Hey, Kat. Hey, Shannon. Thanks for joining. Hey, Johnny. Hey, Susan. Good to see you all, my beautiful people. Please go ahead and like the live on the way in. Share it with all your friends and foes, like Shannon says, anyone that would be interested in watching this live. If y'all didn't already know, I go live here on Instagram and on YouTube at 3 p.m. Pacific Standard Time every Sunday. Every now and then I'll do like a chill live on Friday and Saturday nights. But I didn't get a chance to this weekend, so I'm super excited to see you all. Johnny's watching baseball. Oh, I thought you were eating Del Taco. Kat says she's getting Del Taco ads. Thank you for watching and supporting. Hey, Brittany. Stay hydrated, y'all. It's hot out there. All right, let's get started, shall we? So, new and exciting for today's look, I did get some new brushes that I'm excited to showcase with y'all. Namely, a couple of new Bobo releases. My link to Fude Bobo is pinned on YouTube for your convenience. If you do decide to shop via any of my affiliate links, I really appreciate it. Also, my top I bought on sale at Nordstrom. They're still running their Nordstrom anniversary sale. And if you follow me on LTK, I have a whole page with a lot of my recommended beauty products. I also picked up these earrings. And I also picked up some really similar earrings too that I wanted to show y'all, but I love these little earrings, like, you know, for work. They go well with my suits. So I like to get little like staple gold chunky earrings like this, but you can find these on the Nordstrom anniversary sale too. I always have to have real gold plated earrings because my skin is allergic to fake metals, so these are nice and lightweight. Sasha said, excuse me, I love your nails. Thank you so much. These are Mooncat. The shade is called Not Today Satan. They're not as pretty like right now because we're not under natural lighting, but they're even prettier in the sunlight. I'm always rocking Mooncat, and I don't even have an affiliate with Mooncat. I wish I did. But yeah, they're just my favorite nail polish brand. So I don't have anything on my face right now. We're starting with a clean face. And I've been liking my Tatcha SPF lately. Has a nice little tint to it. So we'll start out by putting a little bit of SPF on since it's a must in these hot summer months. Oh, what I was saying is I did recently pick up a couple of new brushes from Fude Bobo. So I'm going to be using them today, this flat Kolinsky brush, and then her newest Fox brush, and then another very exciting brush that she released that I'm super excited to use and to show off, which is the Gokujo XL brush. Here she is in all her glory. I've already washed these brushes. They're ready to go for y'all. Very excited to use her. Very exclusive release from Bobo that I'm so grateful to have been able to pick up. And she's right here with her sister that I have in the blue handle. And this one is the size large. So y'all can see the difference between the size large and the size extra large. And then I'm still waiting on the size medium that I did pick up in the gold handle. But because Bobo didn't want to send you know, super high priced items all at once, she was kind enough to split up my orders. So she'll be a trio. Or she'll complete the trio when she arrives. It's like the softest goat hair I've ever touched in my life. So I feel very lucky and excited to use her. What y'all up to today on this beautiful Sunday? Johnny says watching baseball and looking at beautiful, gorgeous ladies on here. Thanks, Johnny. We appreciate you being here. A shout out to our straight men. Love it. Everybody's welcome. All right. Yes, large and in charge, right, Cap? So true. Okay, let's keep it moving here. So, like I said, lately, since it's been so hot, I've been just doing like a very minimal base. Something I did just recently pick up on Sephora is this Tarte primer. Honestly, did I need another primer? No, but she was on sale, and I think it was like during that like opportunity to get 500 points. So she's just like a mattifying like silicone-y primer. And because y'all know I have combo to oily skin, I don't really ever tend to skip a primer, so I figured I'd test her out. So far, so good. Is it like a holy grail primer that I would repurchase or tell y'all to run out and get? Maybe not, but she does the job. I probably still like the other Tarte primer better. Y'all know this one's like my tried and true by Tarte, the Timeless Smoothing Base Primer. So just put a little bit of that in the T-zone. Oh, you're going to the OC Fair. Hey, Gabby. Ooh, the OC Fair. How fun. I go to that fair often, actually, because I'm going to use the Chantecaille Cushion Foundation. Chantecaille has been on my mind because rumor has it that the sale is happening this week at some point. I'm not sure if the official dates have actually been released already, but y'all remember I did like a full face of Chantecaille, a couple of those videos recently because we knew that the Sylvie sale happens in July. And so this is like a really, really great foundation. It really stays put well in the heat. And what I like about it is it doesn't feel like foundation on your face. It has such good lasting power, but it's like a very thin layer, but it does provide like a really good amount of coverage. So I have like a self tan on that's kind of starting to wear off. So hopefully it's a good enough shade match, and I have it in the shade Wheat. Highly recommend checking this one out. You do get a refill with it too if you decide to shop the Chantecaille sale. I do have an affiliate link as well, so feel free to DM me if you want any of my direct links, or if any of the products I used today interests you. Same with these brushes. I'm using the Bisciotto synthetic brush S517 that you can pick up at the Food Bobo website as well. I love this brush for foundation, and this duo is like a match made in heaven. Hey Amber, welcome. How are you? Oh my gosh, did Bobo help me dodge tariffs? I didn't even realize it, but the yen right now is pretty strong against the US dollar as well, so that's another reason to splurge on these beautiful brushes that will last you a lifetime if you take good care of them. But I needed the primer. Thank you, Kat. I know I'll use it because I go through primers like nobody's business, so it's all good. Usually I get up on here with my brow done already, but we were on the struggle bus today, I guess. So as that foundation kind of sets, I'll just do a quick brow moment as people will continue to trickle in. There's so many good sales happening right now. Y'all know I love Jenny Kane. She's still having her sale for your timeless basics. Jenny Kane is my favorite brand. And you can get so many of my favorite pieces up to 40% off right now. I have so many outfits where I showcase Jenny Kane on my Instagram if y'all haven't seen it already. I have a specific like little highlight titled fashion if y'all ever are interested in checking out any of my outfits or fashion recommendations. Right now I'm just going in and doing a quick little brow moment with the Hourglass Arch Brow Sculpting Pencil in the shade Dark Brunette. It's not like a very precise brow pencil, which is why I like it, because it just kind of helps you get your brow on quickly. And yeah, perfect for when you're in a rush like I am when I do my makeup, like 99% of the time, 99.9% of the time. I would love to hear if anybody's shopping the sale or has shopped. The Nordstrom Anniversary Sale has such good stuff as well. Ooh, the Blue Mercury sale is happening this week too. Yeah, I'm very excited about the Chantecaille Sylvie sale. I pretty much have everything I could possibly want from Chantecaille because I've tried pretty much all their products, but I don't know, somebody said I needed that Zebra Single Shadow. I think that one and like maybe the Pangolin one are the only two that I don't have that would complete my single shadow collection from Chantecaille. So I don't know, I've been eyeing those. I don't tend to always use pink eyeshadow, which is why I haven't gotten it thus far. But everything Chantecaille is very elegant and sophisticated, and even the colorful shadows are quite understated and very wearable. So yeah. On Wednesdays for court, I try to wear some iteration of pink, like a pink blazer, because I don't know, the millennial in me uses Wednesday as an excuse to wear a pop of color. Typically color is out of my comfort zone, but that's one of the things I'm trying to work on, is getting out of my comfort zone a little bit more often. But yeah, on Wednesdays we wear pink, obviously, duh. So a couple of my colleagues and I like to just have fun throwing on like a pink blazer or something like that on Wednesdays. All right, so that's a very lightweight base. As you can see, it's like a natural finish, not too glowy, which I like. So I would say that cushion foundation is great for all skin types. I'm using a little bit of this Tom Ford Stick Concealer. This is the shade 3WO Latte. It's the Traceless Soft Matte Concealer. She's a good one. And on days where I'm just keeping my complexion nice and light, I grab for a stick concealer like this. The Clé de Peau one is also excellent. Highly recommend. And then, yeah, this is a good little concealer brush. I'm hopeful that she's in stock right now on the Foodie Bobo website. A lot of the brushes on the Foodie Bobo website go in and out of stock. So just keep a lookout. Or I'm always happy to help keep a lookout for you too if you're interested in any of the brushes that I'm using today. Hi Rain, welcome. So good to see you. How are you? Thank y'all for always being so nice to everybody in the chat, especially our newcomers. All right, and then a trick that I have, like a little tip, if you're doing your makeup in the heat, is to just try to like avoid the sides of your nose, especially if you're going to be wearing like sunglasses, which I often do, because it's a lot easier to kind of correct if you get those like glasses marks, you know. I don't know if that just happens to me or anybody else, but I just noticed that the more product I load up on the sides of my nose, kind of like, you know, the harder it is to fix that throughout the day. So yeah, I'm feeling like because the whole face is such light coverage, I need just like a little bit of color correction right here on my upper lip. So I'm gonna grab this. This is the Charlotte Tilbury color corrector in the shade 2 medium. So I'm just going to apply a little bit of this on the upper lip area, just to do away hopefully with that little bit of like a gray cast. I also could have used the NARS concealer in the shade Ginger for the same thing. This is the Soft Matte Complete Concealer that y'all always see me showcase on my channel because I literally like can't do my makeup without it. I love this little brush right here for spot concealing. It's the best little spot concealing brush ever, I swear. It comes in 2 sizes, small and medium, I think. I love it so much that I even bought one for my dad. Just like in case he like needs to spot conceal somewhere. He was just like using some dingy one and I was like, you need to upgrade it. And actually it's priced pretty affordably for being Kolinsky. This is by the brand Curado, and you can pick this one up on the Food A Beauty website. I do have an affiliate link to Food A Beauty, so thank you so much for using my affiliate link to Food A Beauty. Last week I showcased my collection of Takeda brushes since Takeda just arrived to Food A Beauty, which was super exciting because Takeda is probably my favorite Food A brush brand. So that's been the latest exciting news when it comes to Food A. I'm just going to be using a little bit of this Laura Mercier. This is just the OG translucent setting powder. Y'all know my favorite is Huda Beauty, but I try to switch it up just to, one, go through the setting powders that I have, and 2, to just keep it kind of interesting on my channel and not just use the same things all the time, which is definitely not an issue if you find your holy grails and your tried and trues. You know, go off. Shh. It's probably like the delivery man because I've been getting so many packages lately. So, excuse my dogs. Right? The Charlotte Tilbury color corrector is slept on, right, Shannon? I'm glad you like it too. Just going in with my powder puff here to really just press that powder in. Hey Letty, how are you, girl? Thanks for joining. Just doing a cute little no makeup look here today. I hope you're doing well on this fine Sunday. All right, so we have somewhat of a base on, and let's do a cute little lip liner, shall we? So I have 3 lip liners here. I have a couple from Victoria Beckham in the shades 2 and 4, but I've been liking this one by Wonderskin. It's a little bit more affordable than these Victoria Beckham lip liners. So, I mean, I love the Victoria Beckham ones, don't get me wrong. I don't know of any sale that's happening right now on Victoria Beckham, but she does have a sale like at least once a year, and that's when I usually try to shop. But if anybody's interested, that's in the shade 2 and this is in the shade 4. I love both of these shades. They both work for me. Shade 4 is just a little bit deeper, but if you're looking for a more affordable option, I do recommend this Wonderskin one. They sent this to me in PR. Wonderskin has always been so kind in sending me PR, so I'm very thankful to them. But they are focused on long-lasting products, and I will say they really are long-lasting. Like, this lip liner will stay on all day and not budge. Same with their eyeliners. Their eyeliners are the same way. I have one of their eyeliners here, and I've used one of their eyeliners on my channel before where I showcased this like Hindash inspired look. But yeah, this right here is a very similar shade to those Victoria Beckham ones. Like Look at how close that is to the Victoria Beckham 2. It's like almost exactly the same. It's probably in between Victoria Beckham's 2 and 4. So this is again in the shade Nutmeg. So I just want to show y'all. The Wonder Skin eyeliners are almost like long lasting to a fault. Like you have to be careful to blend it out quickly, because like the formulas, like once they set, they really stay put. And what is important to me in a lip liner is not only the tone, but also you know, the longevity, the ability to blend but not be too creamy. I don't like my lip liners too creamy to the point where they like leave like a shine, if y'all know what I mean. Ooh, Amber says she always gets her Victoria Beckham from Violet Grey when they have a sale. Smart. Ooh, Gabby says she got the Curado Pinpoint Concealer Brush. Oh, is that the one that I just showcased? Yay, we got money. Thank you for the super chat. Yeah, this one's a good one. And this one slept on. Like, I haven't heard of anybody else talk about this Curado brush on their channel. And I reach for it on a daily basis for spot concealing. Especially in these days when it's hot, you know, and you don't, like, sometimes you just want to skip foundation altogether because it's hot and humid and you're sweating. Just take a cute little, like a pinpoint concealer brush like this and just spot conceal any areas like me where I have my melasma that I like to cover, or like if you have any acne breakouts. This is also great to do like faux freckles with. You don't think that you need a shape like this in your collection until you do, and then you see how many uses you can get out of it. I could also just like flick out a cute little wing moment with this. Like so many like great uses. I could even clean up my lips. Because she's Kolinsky, you can use it for powders too. So you can just be like very precise about, you know, doing a little bit of like a nose highlight moment. So yeah, I just think that Curado could be slept on, especially these brushes here. They're really, really great. And I love how long they are. You see how long this handle is? So you just kind of feel fancy using it. It reminds me of like one of those like old school cigarettes. I did a mob wife makeup look, excuse me, on my YouTube channel. It's still up if y'all are interested in watching it. I did it probably like over a year ago. But in my thumbnail, I kind of like sat back and did like this cool, like almost like resembling like one of those long cigarettes. And I had this brush in my hand. So it was like the perfect prompt. But yeah, speaking of Wonder Skin, did y'all check out my Lipotle short that I put together? I had so much fun putting that together. Because Wonder Skin came out with their Lipotle collection. And so, y'all, it's not just like hype. I'm telling you, oh, thank you so much, Shannon, for the super chat. I appreciate you, girl. Okay, I gotta do my brown girl Bella inspired. We got money, honey. Taking out the fan. I should double fist the fan. Cat puts a bunch of fans. Put a bunch of fans in the chat. Shout out to Shannon. We got money, honey. Thank you so much for the support. I appreciate it. I always appreciate y'all. Even if you're watching, it just means the world to me that you're here and spending time with me. I seriously don't take any of y'all's time for granted. So thank you so much for being here. All 14 of y'all that are in the cloud, even if you're not commenting, I see you and I appreciate you. But yeah, so this is a cute little Takeda brush. I talked during my last video showcasing Takeda how much I like these little Takeda flat Kolinsky brushes and how useful they are. So now that you can get Takeda on Fude Beauty, I highly recommend getting you one of these. But if you're shopping For a good lip brush, I also really like the similar version, and sorry, I keep like going this way because my brushes are over here behind y'all, but Bisotto also has some really great lip brushes that I recommend as well. So you really can't go wrong with either of those. But yeah, thank you for the fans. Hey Jamie, welcome. Oh, there's a lot of blue mercuries in Chicago around the area, so I go every time I visit downtown. Interesting. We don't have any blue mercuries here in Southern California, as long not that I know of anyway. So I wish I could only shop online. I'm using this Sarah Creel lip primer. I usually do my lips last, y'all, but there's something about seeing my bare lips on camera. I just think, I don't know, it just bothers me. So I just wanted to get something on my lips, and then we'll go to eyeshadow and blush and everything. So do you see how perfect this shade is? Like, that's the same reason why I love those Victoria Beckham liners, for the same reason, the shade. Like, it's hard to get it right. So this is my favorite shade in the Wonder Skin formula. But they're really long lasting. These are just, the formula on these Wonder Skin lip liners are just like slightly waxier. So that's just like the only thing I will note, if that doesn't bother you. I just like the Victoria Beckham formula slightly better. But like I said, it's more important for me to get the shade right than for the formula to be perfect. But this is also a new item that I recently picked up, because I used one of those like well, I picked it up on Nordstrom. I just threw it in because I've been picking up a couple of more of these. Like I mentioned, picking up last week, I mentioned picking up a couple of the Rouge Cocoa Flashes because I heard a rumor that these are getting discontinued. And then according to Kat here, my moderator extraordinaire, she says that Chanel should be reformulating a lot of their products towards the end of the year, which scares me. Y'all know I love my Ultra Tenues. They're just classics. They've been around forever. So even if they do reformulate these, I'm just really hoping that they don't mess it up. But I picked up the shade 186 Pink Nude. It's kind of hard to tell online if I was going to like the shade. So let's try it out together and y'all can tell me. I personally am biased to like more nudie shades in this formula. But I have a couple of more here that I love. I have the shade Mary Rose in Timeless Beige, and I didn't see Mary Rose on the site. Otherwise, I would have picked up a backup. But I think I did pick up a backup of this Timeless Beige one. But when I first saw this one in its packaging, I thought, oh no, it might be like a little bit like less, like not as nude as I want it to be. But then these always tend to surprise me. Like, it's like Chanel can't go wrong. They just get these shades like spot on every time. So this is how they compare. So this one's Pink Nude, Timeless Beige, Mary Rose. And these are like nostalgic to me because growing up when I was little, like I have like a memory that is engraved in my mind of like just going through my mom's makeup bag and seeing one of these in her makeup bag all the time. She says to this day she still has one in her makeup bag. So I think that's why like I just never want to be without one of these. And honestly, I swear by this formula. I honestly think that it's unmatched. There's nothing else like it in the market. And I think if I were to like only be able to have one lippy for the rest of my life, it would probably be this formula because it's that good. It just lasts all day long. I mean, look at that, y'all. Look at that. Ooh. So pretty, right? That's the first time that I paired it with that Wonder Skin lip liner too. And I think it's a perfect match. I don't know if y'all see, but like my nose starts to sweat in the heat. And I'm trying not to put like a fan right here in front of me because I just don't like what it does to the audio of the video. I have a little Dyson behind me, but that's another reason why I don't like to put a lot of makeup, because if I dab my nose, it won't disrupt it too much. All right, and now I'm gonna top it with the gloss. This is the best part, now that it's starting to feel tacky. If y'all haven't tried these, ugh, you gotta pick yourself up at least one. Each of these are like $50, so just FYI. But in my opinion, worth every penny. Y'all know I try to always buy my makeup on sale, but when it comes to Chanel, she doesn't go on sale. I guess the only way to get Chanel on sale is like through Ulta. I guess if you like rack up rewards or something like that. I'm not an expert on like the way Ulta stuff works because I don't really shop Ulta. I wish Chanel Beauty was at Sephora, because then you could like use your points, but I'll pay for Chanel full price because it's worth it. I love you too, Jamie. You're so sweet. Thank you for being here, beautiful. Oh, are y'all talking about Love Island or something? Because I'm so lost about these comments. If y'all are talking about Love Island, I have nothing to say because I do not watch that show, but go off talking to each other about it. Anyway, okay, let's keep going, shall we? I don't have the caramel color from Chanel. Jamie, should I? Is it nude? I'm sorry if I'm missing any of y'all's comments. Please feel free to repeat yourself if I don't catch it. You don't have Nordstrom in Fort Worth, but you do have Blue Mercury. Interesting. I always do my shopping online when it comes to Nordstrom anyway, so that's just me. All right, cool. I think I'm caught up. RPDRAS10. Kat, you're talking in code now, girlfriend. All right. So for this look, since I told y'all I was going to do like a... Y'all, look at my lips. Oh my gosh. That is so pretty, isn't it? Gorgeous. There's just something about that. Okay. I was thinking about using Hermitite by Chantecaille. She is really pretty, especially just like as a one and done. I'm gonna swatch it for y'all for this like little like purpley inspired look here. So I could totally just slap this all over the lid, maybe paired with a little bit of Sylvie in the crease, and that would be such a perfect duo. But like I said, I told y'all that I was gonna want to try to incorporate a little bit of the Pat McGrath. So what do y'all think? Okay, let's start a poll. Can we please start a poll? Let's, while I'm doing my bronzer and my blush, y'all can tell me, I want y'all to vote on whether I should just use these two single shadows from Chantecaille, Sylvie and Hermitite, or if I should use Mothership, Mothership 12. So the poll could be Chantecaille or Mothership 12. So those are the two options. And I'm looking at these like purplies right here. Something tells me y'all are going to want to pick this one, but I'm going to let you choose, okay? All right. And then while that's going on, we'll do the rest of the face. So, bronzer. You know which bronzer I haven't used in a hot minute? Let's do this one. I like this particular shade of bronzer because for my skin tone, it's like a Bronzer. This is by Westman Atelier. It's the Soleil Riche. I really like the formula, but I don't know if she's reformulated it since I purchased it. The one complaint that I have is I don't know if y'all have this and it like balls up on you kind of. I don't know why it does that. But other than that, the formula I do enjoy. It just can get a little bit messy because of, like I said, that little like balling up of it. I guess it's better than hard panning. But you see how that's kind of in between a bronzer and a contour? I love when I find a bronzer like that. This is my tried and true Ride or Die contour powder by Natasha Denona. As you can see, I need a backup because I've already hit pan and I never want to be without this contour powder. It's like the perfect shade, the perfect formula, the perfect opacity and everything for me. It's in the shade medium. So just to compare it, that is more of like a true contour and this one's slightly warmer. Not too long ago, I used the House Labs one on my channel too. And I like the House Labs one kind of for the same reason. It's kind of like that, like in between, like it's not too warm. So it does have a little bit more yellow in it, as you can see. Not to start to pull out all my bronzers, but like I enjoy, for instance, like the Dior one. Oh, Gucci in the shade 2 is a very similar one. So I can go on and like start swatching all of these next to each other, but I'm gonna spare y'all. But this is why I take forever to do my makeup, because I just start to do like swatch parties. All right, so I'm gonna go in with, okay, so the Gokuja brush, I think we should, is she too big for bronzer? I'm thinking about using this one for finishing powder. Oh yeah, I have the new brushes here that I was gonna incorporate. So let's do, I'm using this one for the first time. This is the Bobo collab with Chikuhodo. This is the CH12. It is a Fox Blend brush. Pretty, huh? And because this bronzer is quite pigmented, I'm just gonna, and like I said, those little balls tend to kind of fall off. I don't know if the camera's picking them up, but I'm just gonna kind of dip into my hand right here before I go in to just make sure that the bristles are saturated and any of those balls are kind of like broken up. Let me know if you all have the same experience with like the balling up, or if it's just me, if it's like user error or what, because I don't know if I've heard many people talk about it. Ooh, she's a pretty bronzer. I don't have the Farrah Homidi bronzer, Jamie, thanks for asking, but I do want it. I just put it on my Sephora wish list because I've heard a bunch of people rave about how good it is. And as you can see, y'all, I didn't go in with like a cream contour. Typically, I would have gone in with a cream contour. I thought about it, but I promised that I was going to be doing a lightweight makeup look. And every time I tell y'all I'm going to do like a light no makeup look, I end up doing like full glam. So I'm only wearing this makeup for like, church is only an hour, so an hour and a half max. I take it off as soon as I get home because I don't really like to just sit around the house and make up. If I know I'm not going anywhere the rest of the day, my makeup is coming off immediately. I don't know about y'all. Oh, Jamie, you're the sweetest. You're beautiful no matter what you choose, Noelle. Oh, I wish I could meet y'all someday. Oh, Shannon says, Pat. Oh, RuPaul's Drag Race All-Star Season 10. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Kat, for clarifying. All right, go off. I love that y'all are bonding over that. Oh, the beauty department at Nordstrom is so aggressive. You put your noise canceling headphones on and tune everything out. I completely understand that that can ruin the shopping experience, Amber. That's smart. I put, y'all, the noise canceling headphones, I put those in when I'm doing my hair. Because supposedly over time, you know, like our blow dryer being like right in our ear. Call me extra, but now that I've hit like my young 30s, I'm not playing when it comes to like raising my chances of dementia. And they say that if you don't protect your hearing, like your chances of dementia go up. Like they can triple as soon as you like start to lose your hearing. So that's a tip that I have for you, to put your noise canceling headphones on. If like me, you have a lot of hair, like if you don't have a lot of hair, it's probably fine. But I have a lot of hair, so it takes a while for me to like blow dry it. Thank you, Brittany. She says that color is stunning. Yeah, that's another reason why I like to just, you know, shop online so nobody bothers me. I have to get it, the Farah Homey bronzer. Oh, see, Jamie says Ulta's having 15% off, but I think it excludes Chanel. Yeah, I'm not surprised. What are y'all saying? Let me make sure. Don't even put the poll up because everybody wants Pat McGrath. It's actually pretty close. 9 votes, and we didn't even leave it up for that long. 55 to 44. One's a contour, one's a bronze. Yeah. Brontour. True. Yeah, so the Natasha Denona, like if I'm not doing like a full glam and if I'm being careful because of like the heat, I'm going to grab for this contour powder if I'm going to do any type of like a nose contour, which for a lightweight base, you know, I don't always feel the need. I might just do like a little bit right here on the tip, just for a slight amount of definition. But yeah, I don't care if like my freckles and stuff are peeking out. Cute. All right. And then, oh, look at the blush I pulled out for y'all. I kind of feel bad pulling this blush out, to be honest, because I don't think you can get it anymore. And I really, really try to not showcase products on my channel that you can't get anymore. But she's kind of neglected. This is the Dior Rouge blush in the shade 962 Poison Matte. And I remember picking this up because one of the reviews on it said that it reminded her of like a Carrie Bradshaw blush. It like leans purple, which I thought was unique. So like I said, my tip is like when you're doing like any type of like a color, to try to make it like a monotone type of look so everything can kind of flow together, to choose a blush, a lip, an eye color that's all kind of like resembles the same or similar tone. So this is Kolinsky. It might pick up a lot. I would probably have gone with something more airy like this Hakuhodo G5538A, which I've been loving for blush, as you can see, because of how wispy it is, especially with your high pigment blushes. But I was gonna use this for foundation today, but because I used the cushion foundation, I thought that the flat top Bisotto synthetic brush was just more appropriate. This flat top Kolinsky brush that Bobo blessed us with is great for all different types of formulas. It's very versatile because of its shape. This flat paddle shape is great for like this step here, this blush, contour, highlighter even, or even foundation, because it's Kolinsky. But as you can see, I'm like tapping because it's a highly pigmented blush, and Kolinsky as it is picks up a lot. So I kind of want to go on the other side and try it with this Fox brush. For those of us, I know some of us like to swipe, some of us like to tap, some of us like the rounded ferrules to swirl. I'm not biased. I don't have a preference. I kind of just go with what like feels right, depending on how much impact the formula is giving. You also kind of get a feel with like how much impact you're getting based on the type of hairs that you're using too, right? But I don't know if y'all can tell, but that blush kind of leans a little bit mauve. So it's like slightly purple without being too purple. If y'all can't get this anymore and you're looking for a recommendation for a slightly mauve leaning blush, I know Rare Beauty has some really beautiful purple blushes, but another one that I could have used for this look is this Gucci one in the shade Rosy Beige. That would have been really pretty too with this like lilac look. So I know it's quite different than the Dior one, y'all, but I don't know why Dior discontinued this, to be honest. Anyway, the only reason I can think of, sorry, I'm just gonna wipe my nose real quick off camera because I have allergies. The only reason I can think of is maybe this color was like intimidating. I know they're trying to like reformulate their things to become cleaner as well. But yeah. Hey, Julie. Oh my gosh, welcome. It's such an honor to have you here. Thank you so much for joining. Y'all, if you weren't already following Julie, she has a really great YouTube channel. She specifically focuses her content for the more mature skinned woman. I love her. She just seems like such a genuine soul. And I also believe that Julie is joining us from Canada. So shout out to all our Canadians. You're not the only Canadian in here. My friend Kieran, I don't know if she's watching yet, but she's from Canada too. Yeah, everybody say hi to Julie. Thank you so much for following me. Like, it's such an honor. I'm like so starstruck right now. But yeah, so sweet of you to join. Oh, that warms my heart to have you here. Kat's like, Noelle, if you purchase the product, use it. I know. I just feel badly when people like can't get, you know, things that I'm using. Okay. All right. So let's go in with a little bit of this Chantecaille eye base. Y'all know I've been reaching for this a lot lately because it's just so easy to slap on. And like I said, if you didn't hear me earlier, we're expecting Chantecaille to have their yearly sale soon. Like, I'm pretty sure this week. I don't think they've released the dates just yet, but I highly recommend Chantecaille, especially if you have more mature skin. But even if you don't have more mature skin, like, they just, oh my gosh, all their products are just beautiful. And like I said, very wearable, very understated, but I like this stick because I've had it for some time. It hasn't dried out on me. It hasn't, you know, come undone. A lot of times these shadow sticks, like, they'll just kind of fall out. That's happened on one of my Victoria Beckham ones too. Hey, Stacy, how are you? So I can say that even though you're paying, you know, a little bit more because it's luxury beauty for this next generation eye base, and I have it in the shade medium, it's very practical. You can throw it in your purse and go. Hasn't dried out on me, like I said, hasn't broken. So I've just been reaching for it over. You can definitely spend less on an eye base. Don't get me wrong. Like, I have the Rare Beauty one right here too, but this is more of a liquidy formula. So I just feel the need to kind of just like, it could just be a little bit more finicky. Like, I would have to pull out a brush to kind of spread it out and all of that. So anyway, all right, y'all voted for Pat McGrath. So let's do a little bit of Pat McGrath. All right, I'm gonna pull out some eyeshadow brushes here to use. Look at how pretty some of these purple colors in these purple shades that we have here in this Petalmorphosis. Hey, Yasmin. Yay, so glad you made it. You're on your way to dinner. Have fun. Have a good dinner. I always love seeing your fancy dinner pics on your stories. So please indulge us. Aw, you're so sweet. She goes, of course you look perfect. Yeah, we're going with like a lilac-y inspired makeup look, which is a little bit out of my comfort zone because I don't often wear color, let alone do colors on my eyes. But because I picked this top up during the Nordstrom anniversary sale, it's linen, it's lightweight, it's cool. So I'm gonna have to be like dabbing my nose because I'm like sweating. I might have to turn on this little fan right here in front of me. All right, so I just threw that shade in the crease for a little crease shade. Oh, thank you so much. You liked my Halloween looks. Those were so fun to film. If y'all haven't seen, I did some really fun like Halloween looks on, you can find them on my Instagram at MakeupEsquire. I did a gangsta clown look, and then I did like a candy school, like Day of the Dead. I was actually just thinking about those the other day. I was like, dang, like, I don't know what I'm going to do this year for Halloween because those are like the only two, those are like the only two things that I can think of to do. And yeah, they were like a lot of work to like edit and everything, but it was worth it. They came out pretty good if I do say so myself. All right, kind of smoking out this purple look with this like slightly more purple. This one leaned a little bit more pink, if y'all can see. So I'm adding a little bit more purple kind of towards the outer corner. And then I think I'm gonna take it into the inner corner too a little bit. Do a little bit of a halo moment. Like I said, I think halo eyes are kind of underrated. Because every time I do a halo eye, I'm like, dang, I should do one more often. Yeah, I'm taking baby steps to do things with color. Yes, Julie, please come visit California. You're always welcome here. Oh my gosh, Julie, good question. Thanks for asking. Am I going to try the Danessa Myricks shadow sticks? Thank y'all for being so nice to Julie. Yes, let's welcome her in. She's so amazing. She does such great makeup looks. I've been eyeing those new the Danessa Myricks shadow sticks. They look amazing. I've heard such great things. I've seen various reviews on them. I've heard great things about not only the component, the way that she's such a genius, isn't she, with packaging and the way she like magnetizes things and stuff like that. I just think that so many brands need to take notes from her. But not only that, but I think that those shadow sticks look groundbreaking. Like the formula in them, it's very hard to formulate a shadow stick with, I imagine, with that like metallicness, if you will, that those shadow sticks seem to have and be able to impart in a shadow stick. I don't know if y'all have had the experience where you buy like a sparkly shadow stick, and let's see, right here, this is a shade Moonstone, and this one's probably like, you know, this is a classic, right? But even this amount of sparkle in a shadow stick, this is by Bobbi Brown, is pretty much as sparkly as it gets, like for a shadow stick, right? That's currently on the market, if I'm not mistaken. I get, at least for like the mainstream. I don't know if like indie brands have done it better. I wouldn't be surprised. I'm not that well versed when it comes to indie brands, but I think that that's probably where those shadow sticks really shine, is that it's hard enough to get like that type of pigment in a regular eyeshadow, let alone a shadow stick. So I am tempted to try out those new sticks from Danessa Myricks. It's just that like anybody that y'all already probably know, but I'm a lawyer, so I go to court every day, and while litigating, it's just not something that I think of to put like metallic all over my lid, because I just, you know, try to keep it cute and conservative. So I don't know. I'm still kind of debating on whether I'm going to be picking up any of those shadow sticks because I don't know how much use I'm going to get out of them. But I'm trying to get out of my comfort zone here. Exhibit A. with the colors. So sometimes I buy all these things, like these type of palettes, and I don't, like I said, use them enough. So these lives are an opportunity for y'all to encourage me to use color more. So I'm taking this like sparkly color and taking this on the outer lid here. Gorgeous, right? Look at that pigment. Ugh, Pat McGrath just kills it every time. And this brush is the number 18 brush by the brand Number 8. Also available at the link that's pinned on Fude Bobo. It's a mix of, it's a natural hair brush, a mix of Canadian squirrel and goat. So it's just so soft and able to really just pack on this shadow. And we all know that the OEM for this brand is Hakuhodo. Hakuhodo is the OEM for a lot of brands. I think we don't even realize it. I have to say allegedly, of course, like Refer, MAC, this brand here. All right, so I was thinking about keeping that to the outer and then using this like really sparkly purple on like the inner. What y'all think? I know it's like, I get like scared of using color for some reason. And then every time I do it, I'm like, why don't I do it more often? Why don't I use color more often? Let's take that down. I like these like flat brushes because you can not only pack on shadow with them, but you can also do this like lower lash line work like this. It's thin enough if you turn it. The Color Fix sticks are giving shadow sticks from Korea and Japan, and there's a few indie brands here that have something similar, but I want to try them. Yes, I am a criminal defense attorney. Oh, I have lid space for it. Thank you. Oh, hi, Ivy. Welcome. Thank you so much for the compliment. I really appreciate you. Everybody, welcome, Ivy. Thanks for being here. Oh, thank you, Julie. Yeah, I think for a long time I kind of like suppressed my artistic side, but it's always been in me ever since I was a little girl. I've always loved makeup. I have such good memories of like my grandma taking me to like makeup counters with her, and she would give me like her gifts with purchase that she would get from like Lancome and Clinique. And I would just like always be in awe watching my mom do like her makeup in the car. She'd always be the type of woman that like she doesn't get out of the car if her mascara is not done. Or like I was just saying, this Chanel Ultra Tenue Duo that I would always see in my mom's makeup bag. So those are kind of like my earliest memories. And then like my parents luckily like did allow us to kind of like, you know, explore our artistic side by putting us in like art classes and stuff. And then like as I got older, I just kind of like suppressed that, and for some reason it occurred to me that I should be a lawyer after my mom told me I had a big mouth and that I should be a lawyer. So and then, you know, now doing, you know, this lawyering for almost 10 years now, I'm starting to just be like, you know what, I don't think that we ever really like lose our childhood inclinations. I'm starting to realize, you know, that like it's okay to use like both sides of our brain. And it's kind of an outlet since my job is incredibly stressful. So I started this channel to kind of just like help me keep my mind off of it, because what was happening was oftentimes I would bring work home with me, and you know, it affects my sleep and things like that. So it just, yeah, it's been such a nice like creative outlet for me. And like, you know, my time getting ready in the morning for court is like my favorite part of the day. It's like meditation, you know, as I sip on my matcha and get ready for work. It's like the highlight of my day. Hey, Michelle, thanks for joining. All right, y'all, how is this looking? Kind of crazy, but I'm kind of digging it. Crazy for me. Y'all on here are probably like, this is like an everyday look for me. Look at how beautiful these shadows are. I'm just like, every time I use Pat McGrath, I'm just like in awe of how that woman does it, formulates these shadows. How's that looking, y'all? I promised you a purple moment today. Yes, it's very stressful. Oh, Jamie, I'm so sorry to hear that. That breaks my heart. You and your family are in my prayers. Everybody, let's send our condolences and send prayers to Jamie, who's putting one of her family pets to sleep. You all know I'm a dog lover. I have 3 dogs, and they are my children. And I dread the day. Hi, Indigo Sunrise. Thank you so much for the purple hearts. I appreciate you. If y'all are confused when I'm like saying hi to people and you're not seeing the comments, it's because I'm live on Instagram too. I'm just using the Hourglass. This is the Unlocked mascara. And if y'all didn't already know, and the Instant Extensions, it's a tubing mascara, so that's why I like it for my bottom lashes, since it doesn't flake, budge, or bleed. But if y'all didn't already know, my lashes are already on. I use Lashify. It's an at-home DIY lash extension system. It saves me a lot of time throughout the week to not have to worry about doing my lashes. I just put these, I slapped these babies on before coming on here in less than 10 minutes. I have a ton of videos on my YouTube channel and on my Instagram on like showing you how I just like stick these little cluster lashes on the bottom of my real lashes. And I keep them on for a week at a time. So it just makes getting ready so much faster. And I just feel put together, even if I'm like not wearing makeup. So it's been such a confidence booster since I've found Lashify, like probably like 5 years ago now. And you can get 20% off of the Lashify website through the link, my affiliate link. So thank you so much for going through my links. If you do, I'm always happy to answer any questions about Lashify if you have any. And with all of this high-end luxury beauty to balance it out a little bit and to go along with the purple vibe, I guess, I'm just using this Maybelline Super Slick brow gel. Y'all know how I feel about brow gels. I have super high-end brow gels like from Sisley, and sometimes all you need is just like a drugstore brow gel, really, you know. This one's not a fiber one, but if you're looking for a really good fiber brow gel to kind of like fill in bald spots, if I'm really in a rush and I don't have time to even like fill in my brows very much, I'll use a fiber brow gel. And my favorites are Charlotte Tilbury and Dior, I would say. Tom Ford was my holy grail, but they discontinued their brow gel for some reason. But that one was like a really good one. So the closest formula that I have, the most comparable one that I have found since Tom Ford discontinued theirs, is the Dior one, the Dior Fiber Brow Gel. And then, yeah, at the end, I usually just like pack on a little bit more setting powder in my T-zone, just because it's hot and I'm sweating. But kind of make sure everything's nice and blended in. I haven't done a highlight yet, y'all. That's because I'm thinking. I'm thinking about which highlighter would go with this look. So when I don't have like the perfect highlighter, because most of my highlighter, I guess I could use more of like a pinky leaning highlighter that I think would go with this look. So I could use something like the rosy one. I think I used that one in last week's live from Dior. Dior has great highlighters. I could use this Gucci one that leans more pinky. This is the 04 Opal Pink. I think that would go with the look because the cheeks are like a little bit mauvey. But why don't we use this Victoria Beckham one? Because I don't use her very often. And if you feel like you have a lot of color going on the face already and you don't really feel like putting on like a sparkly highlighter, you could just use like a colorless, like balmy one like this. Chanel has, I've heard, a really great equivalent to this one. That I've even heard people that love this one, love that Chanel one too. I personally have never tried that Chanel one. I'm tempted to. But this Victoria Beckham one is really good. It's nice and natural. And so I don't know if y'all can see a difference on the cheek there. But it just kind of gives like a natural like little dew. And I think it was a good thing that I didn't really like contour or anything today. So we just used bronzer and blush because the eyes are so dramatic. I've said it on here before that I think it's a nice balance to go a little bit lighter on the rest of the face when you're doing kind of like an intense look on the eyes. At least this is intense for me. Shannon goes, trying to figure out how I can sneak in a pint of ice cream without the health monitor catching me. That's funny. They have so many good like low cal and like high protein little like pints of ice cream these days. Oh, the powder puff. Thanks for asking. It's honestly a super cheap one from Amazon. You can get it from Amazon. And I do have an Amazon storefront in the link in my bio if you're interested. You don't even have to shop anything on my actual storefront. If you just go through the link when you shop Amazon, it really helps me out. The commissions are almost non-existent on Amazon, but it just helps me keep my storefront alive. Because Amazon hit me up the other day being like, you're about to be shut down because you're not making like 3 sales a month or something like that. So if y'all can help a girl out there, I'd appreciate it. But yeah, you can just get these on Amazon. Just look up like large makeup poof. It is larger than the average one, which is why I like it. Because like I said, I'm always in a rush when doing my makeup before work. So this just helps me kind of like pack it on all over the face. This is kind of in relation to my cheek. And yeah, I mean, I think the look is pretty much done, y'all. What you think? I'm surprised at how quickly, or quick for me, this went. Y'all know I get chatty and I could be on here forever. Oh, I promised you that I was going to use my new Gokujo brush for finishing powder, okay? The grand finale. Thank you so much, Indigo Sunrise. I appreciate you. The grand finale, y'all. If you stay to the end, this is the best part. Yeah, I agree with Julie, Shannon. Have the ice cream. YOLO. You only live once. I'm going to have to go back and rewatch this and read all of the comments that I'm missing. I always do that, y'all. I always read all your comments, even if I miss them while I'm live. And I will be posting this after I'm done here too. So for the replay gang, I see you. Yes, I do have to put my perfume on as well. All right. So this is, like I said, if y'all didn't already know, I'm a very nerdy natural brush collector. These are handmade makeup brushes from Japan. And I bought this at the Fude Bobo website, which is linked. It's where I purchased most of the brushes that I use today. I highly recommend shopping. And if you want any of my recommendations from Fude Bobo, I'm always happy to share. Feel free to DM me on Instagram or leave me a comment on this video. But this was like a very exclusive release. It's supposedly the softest goat hair you can find. And it's unlike anything I've ever felt. It's even softer than the other one that I had that I showcased for y'all, because this one was technically like almost to the standard. So these artisans, I mean, just the work that they do is just exquisite. This is just like a very traditional way of layering this handle. If you can see how beautiful that green shines, it's even more beautiful in the sun. You're waiting for some Fude brushes, so am I. I'm like always waiting for Fude brushes. Congrats though. All right, so I'm gonna use it with my Guerlain Meteorites just because, you know, we're being fancy here. The brush, isn't it such a beautiful brush, Sarah? I'm very lucky to have been able to pick her up. Stunning. Thank you, Julie. That means a lot coming from you. I know, right? The way it glides, the tips are like almost transparent. You'll see how the bristles move, like it's almost like a centipede. I always like to say like they dance on the skin. And I really got into these soft brushes when I was on Accutane, because I was on Accutane and that's why I like actually even started wearing makeup to begin with back when I was in I've had cystic acne since I was in 6th grade. And that's when I really like started getting into makeup, just to cover my acne that I was like so insecure about. So it was relatively recently that I just got off of a very high dose of Accutane. I was on it for like 2.5 years over the course of the pandemic. And these natural hair brushes were like my best friend, because one of the things I was afraid of was not being able to wear makeup on Accutane, because I would hear like these horror stories. I'm just going to take the Natasha Denona contour powder that's right here in front of me. Just feel like I need to put a little bit of shadow right here on this double chin area. These jowls are getting a little bit more prominent as I age, y'all. I'm turning 32 next month, and these like jowl situations, like I'm not used to seeing as much as I'm seeing lately. So, but anyway. Yeah, I was hearing these horror stories of people that had been on Accutane being like, oh, your face is like so dry and peely. Like one of my colleagues was like, you can't even wear makeup. Accutane was like the best decision I've ever made. And I wish I would have done it a lot sooner and done it rather than trying hormonal birth control that left me with permanent melasma on my face. But anyway, for sensitive skin, I just highly recommend checking out like natural hair bristles. And then I just kind of got into a rabbit hole. And now I just, you know, I'm not on Accutane anymore, but they're just workhorses when it comes to performance. Like I was able to put this look together so quickly, I think because I just used really good quality natural hair bristles. And of course the shadows too. The eyeshadows are very good quality too. Sarah loves the eyes. Thank you so much. So that was the brush. That was the finishing powder. I always try to give you guys a little perfume moment at the end when I wrap everything up. And then I also show you guys my outfit. And I try to go for like a purple or like a perfume that matches my outfit. And the only like purple perfume that I have, I'm still a baby, thank you. I appreciate that. Age is all relative, right? It's just a number. But look, y'all, I'm so torn because this Givenchy perfume is so sentimental to me. I went on a trip to Europe when I was 15, and my mom bought me this perfume. And it just reminds me of that Europe trip. And it was so long ago. Like, I'm almost 32 and I got this when I was 15. So I don't even know if it like truly smells like it once did. But look at how I've been like preserving the very end of it. What do you guys do when you get to like perfumes that are sentimental to you? Like, do you keep them forever or do you just like toss them? So I don't know. I'm going with this one because it matches the makeup because it's purple. It still smells good. It smells very fresh. I don't even know if this perfume exists anymore, to be honest with you. But it just reminds me of that trip that I took with my mom. So cute, right? Anybody remember this perfume? It's probably not even around anymore. Yeah, the way the brush moves on the face, right? It's literally like a slow, I know. Very special. It's just like a collector's item, honestly. I'm probably just gonna mostly just display it rather than use it very often, but very lucky to have it. And then just the outfit, y'all. And then I'll let you guys go. Is like I said, this came with a matching set. So this has a corresponding, and it's linen. It's fully linen. So this comes with pants that match. They're a little bit long though, like they drag. So unless I'm wearing them with pretty high heels, that's why I just decided to pair it with jeans today, because I'm still kind of on the fence as to whether I'm going to be keeping the pants. But it also comes in white. It's starting to sell out. So if y'all want to check this out, feel free to check out my LTK and my Shop My, where I've linked a lot of my recommendations for the Nordstrom sale. But it is on sale right now at the Nordstrom anniversary sale. I was just looking for some cool, lightweight, like cotton or linen material tops that I can wear in these hot months, because like I said, I've said it again, time and time again on these lives, but I get ready for church with y'all on Sundays. So that's where I'm headed right now. And it's difficult to dress for the heat, but you also want to have like a sleeve, right? Because it's church. We're being conservative for Jesus. So that's why I picked this up. And I just paired it with the white belt and then these white shoes. So these are like, I wear these for work too, oftentimes for court. This is by the brand Vivea. But they have some really great, good quality shoes, I will say. And they're very comfortable. I have wide, flat feet, so it's difficult for me to find shoes that are comfortable that I can like be in all day, because I wear heels 4 to 5 times a week, you know, with my suits for court. So these are on the shorter side, but I just thought that the heel was quite unique. Look at how it's like a cute little teardrop shape. So yeah, anyway, that's why I paired this with the white belt, because I figured it would match the cream color in my shoes. And these are my favorite jeans by a Goldie. I also purchased these on Nordstrom, and they're my favorite jeans. So that's gonna be the outfit, y'all. I hope it didn't disappoint. Say no more, Noelle. I'll hunt for it. Okay, you're gonna hunt for the perfume. It's called My Givenchy Dream. It just smells very fresh, like you just walked out of the shower. So yeah, it smells really good. All right, y'all, that's gonna be the look for today. Thank you so much to everybody who joined me on this Sunday live. I hope everybody has a lovely rest of your Sunday. This is like the highlight of my week, so I'm so happy to be here with y'all every Sunday at 3 p.m. Cute and comfy. Yes, that's my vibe. Aw, thank you, Brittany. I appreciate you. Yeah, so that's gonna be the look, y'all. Bye, everyone. Love you.